The glittering lights and gorgeous resorts of the iconic Las Vegas Strip attract millions of tourists each month. But if you're a local, you know there's so much more to experience right here in Southern Nevada. I'm Danny Beckstrom. Welcome to How to Vegas, your weekly guide to the locals Las Vegas. This week we've got the Golden Knights taking the ice once again, autumn celebrations in the valley, and riddle me this, who's making art with Rubik's cubes? Well, we can't wait to solve that one. So let's get started. Fall has officially arrived, and what better way to get in the autumn spirit than ciders and pumpkins, especially pumpkins you can pick yourself right from the patch, or in this case, an orchard. 13 Action News' Jordan Gartner takes you inside Vegas' own Gilmour Orchard.
Fall has arrived, and that means not only a change in weather, but also a change in seasons at the Gilmour Orchard. The 60-acre orchard is an easy 30-minute drive from the center of town to northwest Las Vegas. Well, you'll find it on Tenaya Way and Grand Teton Drive.
The Gilmours moved here in the 1920s, so this is about 100 years old now. They turned it into an orchard back in the mid-70s. We grow all kinds of 30 different types of fruits and vegetables. And so it's really kind of a fun place to come out and bring the family and learn where your food comes from.
And director Mark Rubin says the drive not only takes visitors away from the Strip, but the orchard takes you out of the typical desert landscape.
Very unique here. We're blessed with soil that is a nice silty loam where typically in your house, if you dig even a couple inches deep, you need a pick. But here this is nice loamy soil. It was a wash, and so that's why we're blessed to have this still as a farm.
Visitors can pick fresh produce themselves throughout the year, along with several more options now during the fall.
But we have pumpkins, lots of pumpkins. We have our apple cider donuts are very popular. We have apple picking, Granny Smith apples starting this Saturday.
For the first time, the orchard is opening a corn maze this year. Management says the team was able to change out a previous straw maze just in time for autumn.
So this fall, we actually have a new attraction. It's our corn maze, so it's free to get into the corn maze. It's an acre corn maze, and it takes the average person about 6 minutes to go through. But if you're a kid and you run fast, maybe a minute and a half. And we used to just only have a straw maze.
And what's fall without a good pumpkin? The orchard is opening a community favorite on Saturday, and that's its pumpkin patch.
So you can pick your own pumpkins. We have the regular jack-o'-lanterns, but we also grow a lot of white pumpkins. Those are actually easier for us to grow. And pink pumpkins and gray pumpkins, those are good for pies as well. So you can just color them, and then you can bake them afterwards. Make a little pumpkin pie out of it.
Plus, fall fruit such as white pomegranates have been pre-picked by crews and are available for purchase, with more varieties on the way.
So we have white pomegranates right now, but we'll have the red pomegranates about the middle of October. And those are very popular. So we're trying to keep people away from those until they're ready. Starting Saturday, you can pick your pumpkins, you can pick your apples, pick the cucumbers, pick the sunflowers, and then we also have a few things at the checkout stands.
And even though the temperatures may drop, the sun is still shining, and sunflowers are in full bloom.
A lot of sunflowers this weekend, thousands of sunflowers out there. So for pictures and photo ops, it's really a nice time to come. And they're $2 a piece. Cut the flowers, bring something to cut them with if you can, because we've lost a lot of our shears by letting them out. So if you can bring something to cut, and then we have vases, or you can just take them home and recut them. But yeah, they're beautiful.
The orchard also makes its own apple cider from apples grown on site. The cider is 100% juice and is available for purchase.
The apple cider is made from gala apples, so it's 100% gala apple, so it's sweeter. It's not a sour cider at all. Very sweet, and hopefully we have enough to make it through the end of October. We usually run out towards the end of the month.
And are you looking for something sweet? Management says its famous apple cider donuts are indeed back for the season.
So we're making donuts today. They're very popular. We make full-size donuts now. In the past, we've made just the mini donuts, but we kind of did a taste testing, and the bigger donuts tasted better. It's $6 for 6 that are cinnamon sugar, or $7 if you want the cinnamon cream cheese.
The orchard starts its fall season hours at the end of September, which means it will be open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. There are still no entrance fees, but earlier the better is still recommended when it comes to visiting.
If you want to come out for the fall experience, come in the morning. If you want the summer experience, come around noon. So if you come really late in the day or really early, you do a lot better.
Keep the orchard in mind during your next grocery run, and even better, add it to the family schedule when it comes to places to visit in Las Vegas. Reporting, Jordan Gartner, 13 Action News.
So I'd love to know, can you solve a Rubik's Cube? Okay, well, what about 560 Rubik's Cubes? And then after you solve them, arrange them so their colors transform into a portrait of your very favorite athlete. Well, in my case, the answer is no, no, and definitely not. But one artist recently caught the attention of the Las Vegas Raiders for doing just that. 13 Action News' Amy Abdelsayed spoke with Dylan Sadiq about this impressive talent.
Raider Nation has been known to express its love in creative ways, but one artist recently caught the team's attention with something a bit more puzzling.
My name is Dylan Sadiq. I'm a full-time Rubik's Cube artist and a full-time college student at Rutgers University.
Dylan is an engineering major who uses Rubik's Cubes to make artwork.
You can find my work on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter at The College Cuber.
Including this portrait of Raiders quarterback Derek Carr.
I think they were the first team ever to comment on my Instagram.
They may have been the first team on Instagram, but Dylan has received tons of requests from professional teams on his other platforms.
That's how I make my videos. I put their comment on the top.
He says the Raiders liked what they saw and reached out to him asking for a portrait of either Carr or Darren Waller.
Two great guys. Very hard choice to pick between them two. I came up with a design, made Derek Carr, and I actually really enjoyed it. They loved it.
Wasn't just the team who loved it. Carr had something to say about it too.
Yeah, that actually does not happen too often when the player themselves, he seemed to really love my artwork. It was amazing.
After he shares a video of his creation, he destroys it to reuse the cubes and save some money and space in his home.
You're very talented and you're dope, man. Keep going. Much love to you, man. Thank you.
With so much attention from the high-profile accounts, it's easy to forget that for Dylan, this all started about 4 months ago.
With the company Rubiks, they have their own space called Rubiks Mosaics. There's tons of other ambassadors and whatnot. And I got very interested in their artwork. I thought it was amazing. I thought I could do it.
He committed, bought 600 cubes at once, and just kind of figured it out.
I had no idea what I was doing. Didn't know how to make the mosaics. I just knew I wanted to do it.
His first portrait was the basketball player Luka Doncic.
My favorite sport is actually the NBA. I love basketball. I learned most of my sports through video games.
Each mosaic he makes requires 560 cubes and about 3 hours to construct. Even with the recycling, you'll find almost 2,000 cubes in his place, ready for the next challenge. But just 5 months or so ago, that wasn't the case at all.
Honestly, my background is more in just business.
Business is something he picked up from family, like much of who he is today.
I have an older brother and a younger brother, and we just live with my mom. She came from Trinidad when she was 19 years old by herself. So she she started this story.
And Dylan lights up when he talks about his older brother, who first challenged him when he was 10 to learn how to solve a cube with the promise of a video game if he could do it.
He's literally my biggest inspiration. I love that guy so much. So he got really into business.
His brother started his own car leasing company, where Dylan says he got a lot of hands-on experience when he was still in high school.
You learn about business, you learn about so many valuable lessons, and it's you really realize the importance of business in the world.
He soon followed his brother's footsteps.
I started something completely different. Last year, I started my very own pressure washing business. So I bought a bunch of stuff. I bought a truck, tons of professional grade equipment. I went really hard. I opened up my first LLC and it was going great. I was doing awesome, but then I was like, well, I'm still kind of bored. And that's when I got into my cubing.
Dylan says he didn't expect anything from the cubing.
I was literally just having fun. And that took over my whole life.
So much so, he paused the pressure washing business and shifted his focus.
So now the College Cuber actually has his own LLC too. I'm officially my own business.
And sometimes, instead of destroying his art, it lives on as a purchased commission. This piece is currently hanging in Red Bulls Arena in New Jersey after the team purchased it.
I got my first business credit card in the mail. I'm learning so many things.
The learning happening both outside and inside of the classroom.
It has a strong stigma to it, and it's all true. Everything they say, it's true. It's very, very, very difficult. The most valuable information you learn in engineering is there's no type of problem too big to take. Like you could figure out anything.
He's in his senior year, so graduating is right around the corner, and he says he knows what he wants to do after school.
I specifically am a prosthetic engineer, so I like really wanted to help people that are like unable to do everyday tasks like we are. We really take that for granted.
In the meantime, Dylan's business has taught him one thing he hopes others know too.
I'm no one special. I'm just like everybody else. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where my future takes me. I just try, I figure something out and I go all in. I try as hard as I possibly can, harder than anyone else, anyone that I know. And that's like really where you see your success.
For How to Vegas, I'm Amy Abdel-Sayed.
We'll be back with more of How to Vegas right after the break. Welcome back to How to Vegas, your weekly look at what there is to see, do, and taste here in Las Vegas. For more on things to do around the valley, visit ktnv.com/things to do. It's almost time for puck drop on the 2021-22 NHL season. But before you head to T-Mobile Arena for some Golden Knights action, 13 Action News' Jason Denant shares all the information you need to know so you can Golden Knight like a local.
In this week's Vegas Like a Local, I'm going to show you the ins and outs of heading to T-Mobile for Vegas Golden Knights season. Let's Vegas like a Golden Knight. Getting to the arena on game day is fairly easy. There are multiple parking garages to use, including Luxor, Excalibur, and New York, New York. RTC buses as well as rideshare drop-off at a special lot behind the Excalibur, with a short walk to the game. The park, linking New York, New York, Park MGM, and the arena, is filled with bars and restaurants and is a great place to hang out before puck drop. Locals know Beer House is a fan favorite before game time and after to celebrate that spectacular win. Photo op. Make sure to stop by the VGK letters and snap an Instagrammable worthy photo. VGK play-by-play announcer Dave Gosher had this to say about taking in the full game day Golden Knight experience.
I would be there for the whole experience. I'd be there from the march into the arena and the drum bots and the Vegas bells, the whole 9 yards. I would make it like a whole day. There's plenty of spots around T-Mobile, but I'd be there from the march into the Fortress to warm-ups. Because there's nothing like it in the league. I mean, that building in warm-up to a degree can be incredibly loud. So what I love about T-Mobile is there's really no bad seats in the building. But if I was just going to go as a fan, I would make it like a whole day experience. I wouldn't just get there in time for the opening face-off. I'd get there a lot sooner than that.
Toshiba Plaza in front of the arena will fill up with fans before game time. And even if you don't have a ticket to the game, the atmosphere is awesome to be a part of. The Armory Team Store to the right of the entrance is a must visit for all fans, and make sure to snap a pic with a Chance statue. This season, the team will require fans to wear masks in accordance with the state mandate. Tip for T-Mobile customers, you get priority entry access via the T-Mobile customer entrance at all arena events. It's time to cheer Go Knights Go, and until next time, explore our wonderful city and Vegas like a local. Jason Denant, 13 Action News.
We'll be back with more of How to Vegas right after the break. Welcome back to How to Vegas, your weekly look at what there is to see, do, and taste here in Las Vegas. For more on things to do around the valley, visit ktnv.com/things to do. Are you yearning to get back out there and experience new tastes and flavors? Well, we've got you covered. Melinda Shekels of OffTheStrip.com shares 3 things you must eat at the new Casa Playa, the tree that grows at Sushi Samba, and how to celebrate Lobster Day at a Vegas original on this week's Vegas Eats.
Hi, this is Melinda Shekels, and this is Vegas Eats on How to Vegas. And every week we show you the best bites in Las Vegas, the hottest reservations, all the food and beverage happenings, and where you want to be dining this week. Over at Wynn Casa Playa, the coastal Mexican restaurant from Chef Sarah Thompson is now open. And I've got to tell you, my favorite 3 dishes there are the shrimp and green rice, which is just absolutely delicious and fresh coastal seafood from Mexico. The yellowfin tuna tartare, which is always a favorite. It comes with yellowfin tuna tartare topped over a fresh guacamole. And then also the short rib suadero, which comes with fresh corn tortillas that you can then make into tacos. These are all fabulous choices there. Incredible menu of coastal Mexican modern fare. Now, on the beverage side, Marina Mercer is doing the cocktail program. She is the property mixologist for Wynn. And her cocktail, the Temple of Doom, is one of the best that I've had this year by far. It is made with mezcal, grilled pineapple, chipotle, and lime. Very refreshing, very spicy, very delicious. And Assistant General Manager Noah Ehrenstein has curated a list of rotating agave spirits from regions spanning Oaxaca and the south of Mexico to the borders of the United States. The program features a number of sought-after barrel picks and some from rare batches of 200 bottles or less. So this gives guests unique sips, curated flights, and also very special pairings there. So check out Casa Playa over at Wynn Las Vegas. Now, Sushi Samba across the street at the Venetian recently unveiled its new tree bar. Sushi Samba has been a favorite with locals and visitors since 2008. And now they have a tree bar. So their original location in London has a tree bar as well. So this is a carryover from across the pond. And there was a big celebration this week to welcome the tree to Las Vegas. And we had Erica Jane here from Real Housewives, also DJ Samantha Ronson. So here I Crave, which is the architectural team that had designed the original Sushi Samba tree bar, has built this beautiful extension to the restaurant. So they also, the menu at Sushi Samba really blends Japanese, Peruvian, and Brazilian cuisine. So some of the favorites there are the Kampachi Tiraditos, the Chilean sea bath skewers, and then also lobster ceviche with sweet potato, Peruvian corn, coconut, leche de tigre, and of course the Wagyu gyoza, which are some of my favorite. Check out Sushi Samba over at the Venetian. Doesn't disappoint, always a great place to pop in for a drink, cocktail. Check out the tree bar as well. Now, Saturday, September 25th is National Lobster Day. So you must go to Golden Steer, which serves the Western Australian colossal lobsters. You can check out their Instagram. They are constantly posting photos of lobsters, their TikTok as well. You will not be disappointed with all of this glorious display of lobster if you're a fan. So they have a number of different ship-to-shore dinners, that's what they call them, where you can pair petite filet, jumbo lobster. You can also get 2 jumbo lobsters or their shorehorn cut of meat as well. That's the Golden Steer. It is a Las Vegas classic. If you haven't checked it out, you got to get down there. They also have a order at home steak program, so you can order their steaks around the country and have them delivered to you. Check that all out on their website, Golden Steer LP. Thank you so much. This has been Melinda Shekels. This is Vegas Eats on How to Vegas, and tune in next week for more dining news from Las Vegas. Thank you.
We'll be back with more of How to Vegas right after the break. Welcome back to How to Vegas, your weekly look at what there is to see, do, and taste here in Las Vegas. For more on things to do around the valley, visit ktnv.com/things to do. Looking for something a little out of this world? Well, in this week's Vegas Spotlight, performer Grace Lusk takes us inside what she describes as the fun, weird spectacle that is opium at the Cosmopolitan.
Hi, well, I am Grace Lusk. I perform as Lieutenant Harriet in Opium at the Cosmopolitan. I came here to work, I came to Vegas to work on Opium. So I've essentially worked for this show my entire time here, except for, a little pause we had to take last year. So this is kind of my home. You know what I mean? This stage is my home. This theater, everybody who works behind the scenes, like these are my people. And so I love my Opium cast because essentially they became my family. Like as soon as I got to Vegas, they're the ones that I hang out with after work as well. So you're also getting to see a bunch of really good friends, like just get to mess around on stage, which is really, really fun for Vegas as well. Before I moved here, the last time I had been here was when I was 12 years old. I got to see Cirque du Soleil and a couple magic shows, and I didn't know it at the time, but it was my favorite family vacation that I ever came on. And now coming back and getting to be here as an adult and seeing the way that we like continue that kind of childlike wonder for adults in this town, I'm just like so happy to be a part of it. Opium is like Love Boat in space. It is a fun, weird ride from Las Vegas to Uranus and back again. When people come to Opium, they can expect to see the unexpected. I mean, none of us have traveled to space. I mean, I have. I've been there a few thousand times. But other people that are coming in have never been to space before. We've got the most insane acts in the city. We have a sword swallower, plate spinning, saucer spinning. We've got banana spitting. We've got people doing, like some of the most incredible tumbling in the air, okay? Gravity does not exist at Opium, and our performers show that every single night. It's a really, really fun. I don't even know what is okay to say on local news, you know what I mean? So just know that you're gonna be wowed. Opium, it's the wildest of them all. It has the most insane set, the most up-kicked lighting and music. It feels like you're at an EDM concert, but somebody's tumbling in front of you, or somebody is doing a sire wheel. Nick, our new sire wheel. You know, there's incredible acts with a really electronic, futuristic feel. We're officially opening September 24th, so tickets are on sale now at the Spiegel World website. It's Wednesday through Sunday, 8 and 10 p.m. If you can buy a vape pen, you can come to Opium, 18 and up. So we'll take it. Not that I'm encouraging vaping, but we do have a lot of smoke in the show. So if you do like vaping, you're gonna love all the smoke we use in the show.